Hi, welcome to birthdaypartymagician.com. My name's Julian, and let me show you my magic seeds. Well, you haven't seen these before. They're the ones out of Jack and the Beanstalk. You know, they grew into a big beanstalk. He went up, got the golden egg. I'll show you what you do with them. Take a recycled wand like this. Remember, reduce, reuse, recycle. Wave it over the top of the seeds, and you watch this. The beanstalk will grow. Nothing. Oh, okay, here's an idea. Why don't we take the magic seeds and put them in to the beanstalk like that? Oh, I feel something happening already. Hang on a minute. There's action. There's movement. Watch the beanstalk grow. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, I love a happy ending. Okie dokie, here's how you do the paper tree. I'm going to use some A4 sheets of regular printing paper here. You can use newspaper, it'll work just as well. In fact, with newspaper you can make bigger and better trees than this. Here's what we're going to do. You start by rolling one of the ends in a small folded roll, 4 or 5, like that. Don't make it big, it's about the size of a straw, like that. Then you either get a stapler and staple that down, or if you don't have a stapler, just use some sticky tape and put it along, as long as you've got a little roll like that. Then you start to roll. Now, the size of this is sort of important. It needs to be about as thick as your thumb. So my thumb goes in there. I actually measured it. If you make it between 20 and 25 millimeters across, that's about the right roll. Now you don't roll right to the end. You roll so you've got about 1/3 of the page left like that. You get the next sheet of paper, place it on top, and then continue to roll. Then that flap will flip over there, and you've got about 1/3 of the piece of paper left. Put another one in. Now you're going to do this with 5 sheets of paper. Don't go more than 5 sheets if you're using printing paper like this. The simple reason is you're going to use a pair of scissors in a minute to cut, and you will not cut through it. If you want to make these really big, which you can, you need to get something like a really sharp set of garden shears, or if you've got access to a bandsaw, that's really good. So there's 5 pieces rolled in. Get a piece of sticky tape, tape it down the bottom like that. Then get your scissors, and you're going to make 4 cuts, one on the top, so like on a 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Whack it in there. Make sure you don't cut that folded bit that you stapled up at the start. And you cut it to not quite halfway, down about there. So I'm just being careful. I'm not going to cut the bit there. I'm a little bit close, but it's not too bad. Now this is pretty tough. You need a fairly big sharp pair of scissors to do this. Then halfway down that piece, and turn it over and do the last cut down there. And here's another tip. I don't know whether you can hear that plane, but don't buy a house under the flight path. Now, go to, if you're on YouTube at the moment, you won't find this, so you need to go to my website. There it is. Just freeze the frame and go to number 16, Magic Seeds, because on my website, below the screen is the link, so you can print out these. You get 2 to a sheet, cut it in half, and this is going to be the shell for your magic wand. Back it in, just give it a roll, nothing fancy. Get a bit of sticky tape and tape it off, maybe 1, no I'm going to use 2, down the bottom like that. And that is your little magic wand. Now the reason we put the shell around it is that if you were try to try and tear this in performance, you wouldn't tear through that, it's so hard. So we've pre-cut it. Now all you need to do, you go through that little routine, make up anything you want, slide your finger down the middle and you can start to tear, and that'll tear nice and easily. Very fast, very quick. Fold those down. Now the reason we stapled that first bit, can I find out where you can see it? There it is there, with the staples, is it's really easy to find and you know which is the middle piece to pull. Then all you do is start to pull up I'm going to turn it sideways here. And you get a tree like that.